Hello, a convicted criminal on the run from a prison in Suffolk is again taunting the police on the internet. Craig Lynch has been missing from Hoseley Bay prison for more than 3 months. Kevin Birch reports.
This is Craig Lynch. He's 28. He was serving a 7-year sentence for aggravated burglary. He was nearing the end of that term when he disappeared from Hoseley Bay on September the 23rd. But on the social networking site Facebook, a Craig Lynch, who police believe is the escaped prisoner, has attracted interest from around the world. Facebook deleted an original page of messages, but another one has now appeared. On it, Lynch jokes that he couldn't believe he made it out for Christmas and asks whether he should get T-shirts made up for his supporters. But some users on the site have set up a page of their own called Craig Lazy Lynch is no hero. It's understood police are working with Facebook to try to locate him.
A man has been charged with causing death by dangerous driving and leaving the scene of an accident after a crash in which one passenger was killed and another seriously injured. A BMW hit a tree on Lowther Road in Dunstable on Sunday night. 24-year-old Christopher Jasper will appear in court tomorrow. The father of a young man from Essex who disappeared before Christmas has made an appeal for him to come home. 22-year-old Adam Passfield, a well-known local footballer, went missing on the 19th of December after a night out. The police are continuing their search of the River Chelmsford. It's been confirmed that a 6-year-old girl who died at a children's activity centre in Northampton on Sunday died from natural causes. The girl collapsed after playing at Berserk. It's understood her death was linked to a heart condition. Scientists in Norwich have completed the first working model in the world of the human stomach. It's taken 15 years to develop and will now be marketed around the world.
Today's meal, vegetable soup, but the model gut can tackle anything from a Sunday roast to a Friday night curry. The computer-controlled black box has been developed by Doctors Martin Wickham and Richard Fawkes at the Institute of Food Research. This is one of 2 prototypes, supplied with acids, enzymes and salts to simulate all the key processes in the human stomach.
For the first time, we can look at real foods, real pharmaceuticals on the laboratory bench. This is something that we haven't been able to do, and it essentially allows us to get to the bottom of how these materials are broken down within our own stomachs. It helps us develop healthier foods and helps us to develop pharmaceuticals.
The machine earned rave reviews from the drugs industry on a recent government-funded trade mission to Los Angeles. It has the potential to speed up the development of new treatments and limit testing on humans and animals. Norwich company PBL is now engaged on taking the machine to market. When it goes into production, the likely price tag around £100,000. Kim Riley, BBC Look East, Norwich.
In football, a feast of goals for some of our sides yesterday. You can see them by going to bbc.co.uk/football. But here are just a few.
Ipswich beat QPR 3-0 with goals from the Johns. John Walters scored 4 minutes in, and John Stead made sure the damage was irreparable for Rangers with a couple in the second half. The task looked impossible for Peterborough. They were 4 down at home to Cardiff at half-time, but came back to draw 4-4. The last 2 came at the death, with George Boyd scoring in the last minute and Josh Simpson grabbing the equaliser in stoppage time. Posh, though, stayed bottom. In League One, Colchester are 4th, beating Southampton 2-1. A goal in each half saw off the Saints. Anthony Wordsworth in the first, Stephen Gillespie in the foggy second period. The win keeps them 4th, level on points with Norwich. MK Dons lost 1-0 away to Huddersfield, but it could have been so different had Peter Levin put the Dons in front from the spot. They dropped to 8th. Southend came from 1-0 down to beat Leyton Orient 2-1. Alan McCormick with the winner. That moves them to 12th. In League 2, neither Northampton nor Barnet could break the deadlock. Finished 0-0. They sit 18th.
9 months ago, one of the most promising horsewomen in the country was in a coma after being thrown from a horse. Rosie Chinery, who lives in Essex, broke her neck in the fall. Now she's back in the saddle and competing again.
Were it not for this snow, Rosie would be riding. That she's back in the saddle at all is a minor miracle. During training last March, she was thrown. Her horse landed on top of her, breaking her neck, just millimetres away from a vital nerve. Had it been severed, Rosie would have been paralysed.
When I was in intensive care, Mum and Dad said there was someone else in there that had fallen down the stairs and was in intensive care in a coma, so it just didn't seem to me like it was because I was horse riding. It seemed like it could have happened to anyone.
Rosie Chinery on 69.3.
An Olympic hopeful at just 18, Rosie Chinery at an international horse trial before her accident. Three-day eventing is one of the world's most dangerous sports, but the number of riders seriously hurt has halved in 6 years. And this is Rosie just 3 weeks ago, taking it a little slower.
Before, she'd go into the ring and people would expect her to do well. Whatever she was riding, she'd usually get a result from it. Where now, people are just pleased to see her at the shows. Obviously, we don't win very much anymore, but we're getting there, slowly.
Will Rosie make the Olympic team now? Who knows? But she's still competing, and most importantly, she's still following her passion. Alex Dunlop, BBC Look East, North Essex.
That's a good story, isn't it? Let's have a look at the weather.
And we'll keep everything crossed. Well, we'll start with the radar picture, shall we? Most of this is falling as rain, but some of it is turning a bit wintry, especially in the extreme west of our region. So overnight tonight, most of us hold on to a good covering of cloud with further outbreaks of rain, and some of it, again, more especially in the northwest.